Oh yeah, did my voice sound pretty deep? Well, that's besides the point because you're here because you want to know how you can animate text in Hitfilm Express. More specifically, you want to know how to create a reveal text animation, which if you're not sure, you just saw that in the intro. So the first thing you want to do is stick around to the end of the video because it's a pretty short one and I'll be showing you everything you need to know to get this perfect so you can do it as quick as possible. Now the first real step is you want to make sure your media is in the editor. If not and you don't know how to do that, I have a link in the description on how to do that. So once you have your media here, which I have a about 3-second clip from Pixlr, which is a free non-copyright source for media. So the first thing you want to do is make this a composite shot. When you have something as a composite shot, it gives you access to add keyframes, which helps you animate, and we're going to be using that today. And it helps you access properties of your elements like texts, planes, or whatever easier than you can do in the editor. So we're going to right click on trail and we're going to make this a composite shot. And we're going to name this just text animation. And we're going to press OK. So once you've done that, you're going to be in the text animation tab right here, and you can always go back to the editor to see how it's going to look like. The first thing we want to do is create a layer, and we're going to be creating text first. So you're going to click this add new layer button right here, and we're going to click text. So it's going to pop up right here, and we can just write trail 1. And obviously this looks hideous, so we're just going to highlight all of that text. Go to the text tab over here in this panel and change the font to ink free and change the size to however big this is, 200 exactly. Whoa. So now we're going to use this and drag this a little bit down. Obviously I'm not focusing on making this look good or centered right now. I'm just trying to show you guys how you can animate the text. Now what we want to do is create another layer, which is going to be the line. So what this is going to be the line right above the hidden text where the text is going to pop out of. And if you don't exactly understand, either just wait 20 more seconds or just go back and see the intro. So what we're going to do is again click the add new layer button and this time go to plane. And over here we're going to name this line. And we're going to make this about 1,000 because that's about how long the text is. And we're going to make this about 7. So you want to make sure it's white so it matches your color, or it can be any color which you chose for your text. So now that we added the plane, you guys can see that it is pretty small. And yes, I did that on purpose. So to change this again, you want to go to properties, and over here you can see I made this 100 instead. So you're just going to add another 0 and press OK. So this is how you would fix your errors once in a while. Okay. Now we're going to highlight the text and move it a little bit up and put this right above trail 1. So now we want to make this text pop right above the line. So how are we going to do this? We're going to keyframe. So in order to keyframe, we need to access the properties of the text. So to do this, you're just going to click this little arrow right here on the left side of the text, and it's going to bring you over here. Now you want to go to transform, and in order to activate keyframes, you're just going to press this circle for position. And right over here, you can see this little diamond pops up, and that's the first keyframe. So now we're just going to go to about right here and add another keyframe when we're going to increase the Y value and make it go higher, right above the line. So now to see this in action, this is how it's going to look. Boom. It popped up out of nowhere, didn't it? Well, why would we want to do this if you can see the text here? Well, now we're going to hide it. So in order to hide this text, you're going to click add new layer. You're going to click plane. And this time we're going to keep the same size of 100, except first let's rename this as plane. And now instead of keeping this at 7, we're going to make this about 100 and press OK. So now you can see this little box just pops up. Let's just move this down, and you can always adjust the size here by clicking on these rectangles. We're going to make this about EA big and put this right where the line just pops up right above it. So now once we're over here, what you're going to want to do is make this non-visible by clicking this little eye over here, and you're going to go to effects and just type in matte. Now over here, you're going to see set matte. And now you're going to drag this onto the text. Now once you see set matte over here, you're going to access the properties by clicking this little arrow, scroll down and go to source layer and make this plane. Now instead of making this replace, we're going to make this subtract. Boom. Now you're basically done. Now play this and boom, it pops right up. Now this is something which is really optional. You want to make this look smoother. So what you're going to do to make this look smoother is you're going to highlight these two keyframes, go to value graph, and you're going to see this little button right here. You're going to click that, and you're going to drag these two handles all the way to the end, as straight as possible. Make sure it's straight. Now once you see you have dragged the handles over there, now you're going to click value graph again and brings you back to this composite shot. And now you can see it looks much smoother than before. That's basically on how to do this. If you guys like this tutorial, comment down below. It'd be much appreciated. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more tutorials, reviews, and unboxings.